Julie Fellmeth has been one of the brightest stars of the Center for Public Interest Law, tireless, brilliantly working on behalf of the public good for over 30 years. She's also been a mentor to countless law students. So I wanted to create a scholarship that advanced her legacy through dedicated and talented students who would come after her and continue with her same passions.
Not very many public interest law internships offer funding. And the fact that this is a scholarship really gives the students the ability to take this to the next level.
I funded a series of scholarships, and they have particular guidelines that I thought would be extremely helpful. First, the student needs to be a 2L, 3L, 4L who has a strong interest in public interest law and social innovation. Then they pick a project, whether it's interdisciplinary social innovation or change making with the director of the Center for Public Interest Law. And they work on that, committing at least 150 hours in that year to that project. They then are to come up with a big idea, a tool for positive social change. As a donor, there's nothing more important than seeing almost immediately the effect of what you've done. And in this case, the first scholarship recipient was Kayla Watson, who has already accomplished an incredible amount and worked very hard.
During my second year of law school, I enrolled in the Public Interest Law and Practice class, and during that class, I was assigned to monitor the Medical Board of California. And that meant that I was working with Julie and attending medical board meetings and learning about the different regulations and legislation that were going to affect doctors and the practice of medicine during the upcoming year.
Kayla was selected because she actually had the opportunity to work with Julie last year and watch Julie in her own work advocating before the medical board. And so now this is really symbolic of that, of the next generation of students learning how to advocate and to advocate on behalf of patient protection specifically.
I really learned that anytime you're approaching a consumer-focused policy, a public interest policy, you really have to take a multi-pronged approach through the media, through consumers, through educating individuals in the community to make sure that your voice is heard. And being able to work on this project through the Julie Fellmeth Scholarship has really brought all of those things to light for me. I chose this particular project because I learned about the website called Breeze that is managed by the Department of Consumer Affairs in California. And I had never heard of this website before. I realized quickly that this isn't the way that individuals in my generation were learning about their doctors or other people who are providing them these really important services. And Breeze houses a bunch of information about the disciplinary status of your doctor, whether their license is on probation, and if it is on probation, what exactly happened. So this is the sort of information that consumers need in order to make educated decisions about their healthcare providers. I thought it was really important to link the Department of Consumer Affairs sites with websites that are actually being used, like Yelp and Google, to try to make this information more available to consumers.
Kayla's project really gives the whole experience to her as far as trying to take something that she identified as a problem and learning how to use the law to make that change. So she has been working with the medical board, she's been working with the legislature, she's been working with the media, and she's learning all the different ways in which public interest advocates have to use creativity in order to get their policy through.
We started trying to work with the legislature to actually pass a bill that would require doctors who are affirmatively advertising online to link this information in those advertisements.
Our students have the unique opportunity to go to actually attend meetings of agencies like the medical board, to see what they're doing, to monitor what they're doing, and make sure that they're acting in the interest of the public.
And now I've learned from Bridget what the next student is going to be doing. So it's all good and it's a joy to be a part of it.
It's really great that the University of San Diego School of Law supports the public interest lawyers and supports the Center for Public Interest Law in the way that they do, because donors like Ginny make it possible for students like me to learn these things during law school and continue focusing on public interest throughout our careers. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this scholarship program.